Hey guys, it's Real Guy Sports Show. It's Nigel back with our resident guru, AJ. And, oh shit.
Fumble!
Anyways, fumble, yeah, fumble. We're going to talk quickly NHL and NBA playoffs. Let's start with the NHL.
Yeah. Crazy playoffs, man.
What about Phoenix?
Who knew Mike Smith had it in him? I mean, I didn't see it coming.
3-0.
Look, Dave Tippett, in my opinion, like, he should be coach of the year. With that,
You keep changing coach of the year every time we talk.
I look
First
at
you were like, yeah, Ken Hitchcock,
Ken
no
Hitchcock,
doubt,
but
no
I mean,
doubt.
no doubt about it. Like, Ken Hitchcock was,
And he did win it.
He did win it, yeah. I mean, but think about it this way: if the playoffs counted, to the rankings as far as voting is concerned, you might as well give it to Dave Tippett because he is absolutely phenomenal.
How good's your memory?
Oh, about what? The coach of the year?
No, about past playoffs. Because if the playoffs counted, then John Drews would be one of the best scorers in Washington history.
Wow. Dude, Washington hasn't done much in the playoffs.
But yeah, so that series.
Interesting as hell, man. I mean, two goalies that are on fire, and I mean, right now it's Mike Smith taking his whips here, man. It's just he's absolutely lighting it up.
Rene is getting
school.
Yeah, I don't know how you get schooled with 1-0 scores, but okay, yeah.
But hey, I mean, look at Game 1.
True.
Game 1 was a joke.
True.
That was not Rene-like. I mean, that was far from Rene-like. Look, if anything,
Nashville was close to Reno.
Yeah, Reno.
I'm just sorry. This came to me.
If Nashville has any chance in this series, I mean, they're going to need some offensive firepower. And I mean, look, yes, they won Game 3 without Kostitsin and Radulov, but they need all the guns they can get. I mean, they're basically shooting blanks at this point, clearly with a blanking to the Phoenix Coyotes.
Another 3-0 series. We were just talking
3-1 actually for the
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1, but 3-0 for the Kings. Cheers! LA Kings, man.
Jonathan Quick, another goalie,
Vezina Trophy,
saving his team,
yeah,
bringing them further and further into the playoffs.
Hey, at least now the offense has stepped up. You're talking about what they did to the St. Louis Blues in Game 3. I mean, shoot, you scored 5 goals on them. I mean, that's a victory in its own right there. I mean,
and now Halleck's not available.
Oh, Halleck's not available. That series is done. I mean, look, good job for Brian Elliott. As far as he's done, yeah. I mean, as great as he's been,
Brian.
But I mean, the playoffs are a different animal. It's pretty evident at this point that Brian Elliott is not your go-to guy in the pipes.
It's Halleck.
Halleck, yeah. I mean, he could, if he wasn't for that injury, this might be a whole different series. It could be tied 2-2. St. Louis could be easily up maybe 3-0, or I mean, it's sad that it takes an injury, to be maybe deter a playoff series that has so much potential. But
yeah.
I mean, the Kings right now, they're running on all cylinders, and it's scary how good they can be now that they have Jeff Carter, Mike Rich is on fire, Anze Kopitar and Dustin Brown. The fire in his ass must be just completely lit up because he was supposed to be traded at the trade deadline. Think about that. There were rumors that he was supposed to be shipped out of LA, and now look at him. He's one of the better power forwards in the playoffs right now.
Yeah. Jersey and Philly. I think it's a nice series.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that it's even this tight, to be honest with you.
But I think Jersey has the game, the kind of game that would give Philly some problems. A defensive-minded, defensive-oriented team, as opposed to Pittsburgh, where their best defense is their offense.
That's it.
Right? And they are pretty much a bunch of whiners who don't really hit very well.
Yeah.
So
factor in also that Philadelphia and the hatred between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
It was probably the best series I've seen in a couple of years, actually.
Which was probably the worst goaltending series anybody's ever seen. On top of that, it's amazing how badly those two goalies played.
The Breezer
got away with it. He's not going to get away with this in the second round, that's for sure. Against
for sure.
But the fire, I don't think, is in Philly's belly right now because that emotion in the first series
took a lot
out of them. I mean, look, they still have the ability to bounce back, but they need to start out now because down 2-1 in Jersey, I mean, you don't want to go down 3-1. Forget about it. You're not going to come back from that series.
For sure. What's the other series? It's
Washington Capitals.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm liking that series.
They tied it today. 2-2. I mean, I'm shocked. I mean, Ovechkin.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, give it to Ovechkin for stepping up when he's playing 13 minutes a night.
Yeah.
It's 13 minutes a night for a superstar.
And you know what? For all everyone talking about how he's not a hard worker, he's been playing his butt off.
Yes.
For 13 minutes.
He's followed the system. He's gotten at least some decent quality opportunities to score. He's there's no question he's a phenomenal talent, and when he wants to be, he can be the best player on the ice, given any team he plays against.
Yeah.
Minus Crosby. But man, I mean, 13 minutes a night for your superstar, and now you really have to step up your game against the New York Rangers, who has clearly, in my mind, the best goal in the league.
Yeah.
But now it's up to Lundqvist to prove it in the playoffs, which he hasn't done so far.
So there you have it. Who do you think's making the finals?
I'm going with the Kings. I mean, at this point, they seem like too much of a juggernaut.
You mean you're picking them to win?
I'm thinking to go to the finals. So basically, to the Stanley Cup finals.
Yeah, and who are they gonna play?
My gut says Philly. My gut says Philly. It really does. I just think they have too much talent not to make it there. The problem is goaltending and defense because they're banged up on the blue line. I mean, Timonen's banged up. No Pronger. No Mazzaros. Kubina got hurt on top of that. I mean, you're dealing with a bunch of AHLers on the blue line. I mean, it's a tall task for the Philadelphia Flyers, but they still have the weaponry up front to at least make it a run. So I mean, we'll see what happens. But I'm going Kings and Flyers in the final.
I'm going Flyers and Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still picking Philly to win it all because that's what I said at the beginning.
Right.
So I got to stick with it, even though the Breezer's really been playing breezy, and that defense doesn't help that goaltending.
No.
When you have no defense, kind of puts you in a tough bind.
But that's what you're paid $9 million for, is to, regardless of your situation.
I thought he was paid that much to have his show, his YouTube show. Because that's a pretty fucking funny show.
Yeah.
I laugh.
And watch out for bears.
Yeah.